Well, let me go ahead and first of all welcome you all here. I really appreciate it. This is so fun. I see Republicans and Democrats and people from all different faiths and minorities and everything else. This is wonderful. This is the place where we ought to see all that coming together, right? And I think it's fully fitting that we do this here, where Brigham Young, as they came into the valley as immigrants, some would say unauthorized immigrants to this valley in 1847, and that we're here today to really celebrate what's happened in the past year since we rolled out the Utah's Compact. Let me begin by, first of all, of course, recognizing the most important aspect of this day is Veterans Day. And some people said I wore my boutonniere to be emcee. No, I was speaking this morning up in Hiram, Utah, to a great class assembly at Mountain Crest High. And they gave me this, having served the United States Navy, and they made me promise to wear it all day. So that's why I'm wearing it. Speaking of Veterans Day, I certainly am proud of my service, and I'm even more proud and grateful for those men and women who served under arms, and most grateful, eternally indebted to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And I know we all are very, very blessed at their service. Thank you. Thanks, Alec, for starting that off. Many, of course, who are actually here in the audience, and I'll get to the list of those who really came to hear in just a minute. I did want to mention that as I just tweeted earlier today, that not only is 11/11 2011 Veterans Day, but November 11th, 11/11 in the year 1620 was the day that the Pilgrims on board the Mayflower, just in Cape Cod Harbor there, signed the Mayflower Compact. See, they'd come to escape religious persecution. They were supposed to land in Virginia, but they decided to head up further north where they're no longer necessarily under the supervision of the Crown. And there weren't just a group of religious people who had something in common. There were carpenters and non-religious people on board, and they were all going to have to start in this new land and try to get along. And so they said, we are not going to leave our ship until we have the opportunity to get together and form just a set of principles, some very basic common values. The main text of the Mayflower Compact, 117 words, a set of principles that will help us grow together as a community to solve our problems and get along. The Mayflower Compact, many have said, has been one of those documents that was a founding document for the United States Constitution, as was another great document, Declaration of Independence, which, while not legal documents, were statements of principle, of values, things that we commonly share that hopefully will then guide future legislation. And so that's why we named this very important set of principles, 5 principles that you'll hear more about today, and the impact of those principles, not only on forming good public policy in Utah, extraordinary, now nationally recognized public policy across this country that will lead to coming together on the issue of immigration, to talk about pragmatic, reasonable, real solutions, comprehensive and compassionate solutions to the immigration issue. And while states are out there taking the laboring oar now because Congress continues to refuse to act in a comprehensive and pragmatic way when it comes to immigration reform, since states are doing it, then the example out of Utah has been that there's a better way to do things. And I'm so pleased to be a part of that and to come here today and to celebrate that fact and see what we can do to make that continue. Let me just say that we have a number of great dignitaries here and who in their own way have had an important role to play in the broader discussion of immigration and policy making and why this Utah Compact was important to them. I do also want to recognize those who won't be speaking, who are great elected officials in the audience. Mayor Peter Kroon, thank you to be here on his crutches. Tell him stop following my example. Senator Stuart Reed is here, Representative Patrice Arent, Senator Luis Robles, thank you for being here. I don't know if I've missed anybody else. My apologies, and we will announce those others who are here that will speak to us, including Senator Ben McAdams, which everybody's pointing at you, so remember him. Let me just again mention that when I say a national recognition, it truly is. I've been there. Because of the responsibilities under House Bill 116 and others to contact Congress, I have spoken with, in fact, just 2 days ago with the Attorney General Eric Holder, spoken with Representative of the White House, with the Secretary of Homeland Security Janet Napolitano and John Morton and Ali Mayorkas, and representatives of the Department of Justice, representatives of La Raza nationally. And I have been invited because of that to speak at conferences all across the country dealing with immigration. And I'm telling you right now, not only the federal government, executive branch members in particular, but also Congress now starting to pay attention. But we're hearing and seeing across this country people turning to Utah saying, wow, if this can happen in Utah, reddest of red states, they say, if people can come together in a unique way to form under common principles that really what made America what it is, and reminding those out there what America is, that we could actually affect not only state by state policy, but hopefully ultimately comprehensive, sweeping congressional, federal immigration reform along these same principles.